Okay, so hello. We are here today to discuss a amazing grant that Freddie Mac has available. My name is Raquel Garcia. I'm a realtor with Next Home, and I'll let Malcolm introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. This is Malcolm. My name is Malcolm Toussaint. I'm with Oasis Mortgage, lender here in Phoenix, but we're actually licensed in a few different states, Arizona, Virginia, and New Jersey currently. So yeah, here to help you with your home financing needs.
And Malcolm has a program available that we're going to talk about today. It's a $10,000 first-time homebuyer grant called Home Ready First. So I'll just let you kind of, oh wait, let me share my screen and you should see the flyer. So
Yes, so this is a flyer I put together to try to pitch the program a little bit. So thank you for that, Raquel. But yeah, so this is a relatively new program. It's being offered by Fannie Mae, and it combines their normal home ready product with a $10,000 first time homebuyer grant. And the way it works is that it's $10,000. You can use it for down payment and or closing costs. In addition to the $10,000, they're also giving you another $500 credit towards the cost of the appraisal. And in addition to that, there's another $500 credit if you get a home warranty to offset the cost of the home warranty. And because these are grants, they never have to be repaid. There's no repayment at all. There's no second mortgage. There's no silent second. There's none of that. You have to be able to qualify under Home Ready with one important exception, which we'll get to in a minute. And for this grant program, at least one of the borrowers must be a first-time home buyer. And in the mortgage space, a first-time home buyer is anyone who hasn't owned a home in the last 3 years. So if you owned a home 5 years ago, you're considered a first-time home buyer. It's a 3-year look back to determine whether or not you're a first-time home buyer. And then this is what's really interesting about this grant program. Most down payment assistance programs depend on where the house that you're buying is. This one does not. It depends on where you currently live. So what we do is we look at your current address, and if you live in a certain area, and Raquel's going to demonstrate this in a minute, if you live in a certain area that qualifies for this Home Ready First, then that's it. It doesn't matter where you buy your house. It just matters where you're currently living. And this is the one big exception to the normal Home Ready product. So normal Home Ready has income limits. You can't make more than a certain amount of money, or else if you make too much money, you don't qualify for Home Ready. Well, under this Home Ready First grant program, if you qualify for the Home Ready First grant, that goes out the window. You do not have to worry about making too much money. There's no income restrictions at all if you are if you qualify for this Home Ready First program.
that's
And
amazing. Most do have
yeah,
some kind of income restriction. And so the first time home, the person that is applying for this needs to be in a home ready first qualified area. And you were showing me that there is a map that you can go to if you um, just simply look for home ready first. Was it again?
Home Ready eligibility map. So get rid of first. And then right there, that it comes up right there, eligibility map.
If you
And then you click
Google
on that.
that, you should get the Fannie Mae Area Median Income Lookup Tool in your search.
Yeah, that very first result right there. If you click on that, this one here, yep, it'll take you to that map.
Now, what you're going to do is you're going to enter your address to see if you are currently living in a qualified area. Doesn't matter where the home is that you're purchasing. It just matters where you're living right now. And so we're going to put in an address that we know is in a qualified Home Ready First address, just for an example, so you can see what that looks like. Now, you can see down here that it is a Home Ready First qualified area. If you were not in a Home Ready First qualified area, so I'm just going to show that really quick. This is a Home Ready qualified area. You can see the special focus areas at the bottom. If it is not a Home Ready First qualified area, then you will not see that. So I'm going to enter in an address to a property that is not a home ready first qualified area to show that as an example. So you can see there is none in the special focus area. So depending on where you're currently living at, type that address into the search bar and you will be able to determine whether or not you're currently living in an area that qualifies for this $10,000 grant. Correct?
Correct. Perfect. Yes.
But I think some things to mention too is the $500 credit towards appraisal. Appraisals can be anywhere from $500 to $700 depending on the appraisal. And also $500 credit towards available home warranty, and home warranties can run anywhere from $600 to, you know, above that, depending on all the different things that you have in your home warranty. So you're looking about
Yeah.
$600-700 depending.
Another thing that's really good with this is you can combine this with a seller's concession. So if you have a seller who's willing to contribute to your closing costs, then it's possible you can, get into a home with no money out of pocket, depending on how much they're willing to contribute and what the total cost of your loan is going to be. So
Correct.
that's also pretty exciting. You can use the $10,000 grant toward your down payment, have the seller maybe potentially cover your closing costs, and then you come in with nothing.
Or even a portion of your closing costs. Because
Right.
in real estate, everything is negotiable. Everything. And that's why you want to have a realtor so that I can go in there and negotiate for you depending on what you need. If you need
Well,
seller concessions, which means that you don't have enough to cover closing costs and down payment, then you may want to ask for seller concessions and we may want to negotiate with the seller. And this grant program allows us to use this in conjunction with seller concessions, which some grant programs do not.
right. And then seller's concessions, another thing to note is it can never be used towards your down payment. So you can use seller's concessions towards your closing costs, but the seller can never contribute towards your down payment. You have to come up with those funds yourself, or get them as a gift from a relative, or get them in a grant or a down payment assistance program. So this $10,000 grant, you could absolutely use it for down payment, whereas a seller's concession you cannot use for down payment. So you can combine the two, and that's where you can potentially end up with very little to get into the house, or even nothing to get into the house.
Agreed. Good point. So we don't want to make this too long. Just wanted to go over this grant program. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I'll put my information in the wherever this is being posted. And you can also get a hold of Malcolm. His information is here. Cell phone number 480-648-0212. You can also, do you have an email you want to give them?
Yeah, it's actually right there. You can email info@oasismortgageaz.com. That comes right to my inbox, so I always see those. And you can also check us out on the web at www.oasismtgaz.com. And I'll give a little background about myself as well. I first got into the mortgage industry in 2002, so it's been a while. I did stop after the '08 crash, but I've been back in since 2014. Just celebrated 10 consecutive years since coming back on March 7th. So I'm very well versed in all the mortgage programs and how they work. And this particular one, this Home Ready First with the grant, is one of the best things I've seen in my entire career in mortgages. It's truly a tremendous program, and you can get into it while it lasts, because it's here now. There's no guarantees on how long it's going to be here, so take advantage of it while it's here.
Yeah, because grant funds do run out. These programs are not forever, so it's important to check immediately to see if you are eligible for it and to use it as soon as possible before it's completely gone. Okay, so thank you. Let's just really quickly recap some of these other bullet points and then we'll go ahead and end. So the Home Ready First is a Fannie Mae, I think I said Freddie Mac earlier, first-time home buyer program that offers $10,000 grant. The grant can be used towards down payment or closing costs. You can, it is required to have a 3% down for this program. It has a lower interest rate. It also has lower mortgage insurance than a regular conventional loan. You must live in a qualified area. We showed you the map that you can go to, and if you have any questions, we can help you with that. If you qualify for the grant program, the minimum income requirement is waived. So there is no income limit. So with Home Ready, which is another loan program, you do have an income requirement. But if you qualify, if you are currently living in a qualified Home Ready First area, there's no income limit for this program. So that's amazing. Most down payment assistance programs do come with an increase in the interest rate. So you will see a lot of times if you do get a down payment assistance program, you're going to have a higher interest rate. Home Ready First does not impact or increase the interest rate. So it's an amazing program. Thank you, Malcolm, so much for being here and going over this grant program with me. And if you guys have any questions.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been tremendous. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to spread the word about what I think is a tremendous program.
I'm excited to help people get this money. We need it. People need it for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's tough out there these days for mortgages. So yeah, any little bit will help. So definitely take the help when it's offered.
Thanks so much, Malcolm. I appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Raquel.